You're listening to the Habs Banter podcast. This podcast is brought to you by all Habs. It features your co-hosts Corey Desormeaux and Marc Lescoutre.
She said, hola, como esta? She said, konnichiwa. She said, pardon my French. I said, bonjour, my da. Then she said, sabase. And I said, nabule. No matter where I go, you know I
Oh my gosh, it's the first episode of the 2016-2017 season of Habs Banter.
Yes, sir.
We are here.
We are here. So first of all, things are changing. We're both in the same room.
Whoa.
So there's that. That's happening.
Whoa.
That's step one. Step two is...
I ate onions all day.
Yeah.
Knowing that I was doing a pod next to this kid.
Normally I can't notice these things. Although also normally Corey doesn't notice that I'm not wearing pants, but here we are.
Yes.
So we've had some changes this year. Obviously, change number one, we're both in the same room. So hopefully shenanigans will ensue. Otherwise, it'll just be super boring. Number two, got a new theme song for you guys for multiple reasons. First off, there was the audio clip of PK Subban scoring a goal. This is still so sad. In that song, so obviously
we had to change it.
We had to refresh it.
We had to change it.
We had to refresh it a little bit.
And we also want to we just want to share some of our guilty pleasures with you.
Yes.
So every episode we're going to try and have a different song,
yeah.
In
So
the intro.
like a lot of Bieber probably, although he hasn't had a new song in like a few months. So hopefully, Justin, if you're watching, a new song would be great. We definitely promo it for you.
Yeah.
Because I know you could.
I know he's a loyal listener.
Yeah.
He's a loyal
you
listener.
could use the exposure.
And he always downloads.
He always downloads and sometimes listens. I don't know what's
So,
good lately. What's good
what's-
lately? I would say pretty much anything by Fifth Harmony as per usual.
Yes.
That might be maybe we haven't picked.
Okay,
we haven't
so,
done the song yet for this episode, so we'll see.
So Marc had a really busy summer because, as all of you know, on our last episode, he was talking about how he was gonna be following my men's league team and the Mammoths, and he was gonna be all really excited about it, live tweeting games. He was gonna come hang out with us afterwards, eat chicken wings and whatever. So I was like, great, this is awesome. I love Marc. I'm gonna get to see my friend all summer. He didn't show for one game.
Yeah.
For one game. He didn't show up for one of them. And we won the championship. In overtime. He didn't even show up once. Not even to the bar after to celebrate. Once. What do you have to say for yourself? You just lied to the 20 people, mostly family, that listen and watch this podcast.
Shout out to our listeners in Barbados, by the way. Honestly, I'd love to have a really clever rebuttal, or reason, or whatever. But I just want to say this: I had no intention of lying. Therefore, I don't believe it's a lie. I just didn't follow through with what I said I would do. Having said that, I did capture some big news on social media for the Mammoths, including, a recent signing.
That's true.
I covered some of the storylines, including injuries. There's very few storylines on injuries and the like. But, there's always next season, which
So
they've already started.
Overall, just a really big summer of drinking for Marc and just not wanting to come to the bar and hang out and play at our hockey games.
I guess I just...
Basically. That pretty much sums up Marc's summer, and that's all you need to know about
there
what
was
happened
the
over the last
cottage.
4 months.
There was the cottage a couple times, including once with you.
Yeah.
There was baseball also with you. So, just another fact that Corey's leaving out as if I'm a bad friend, but I'm not. I also missed fewer games than Corey at baseball.
Okay, so there's a couple.
And also, it was a great summer. Sorry for the summer being so nice.
We're starting a new game, folks.
We are starting a new game.
We're starting a new game. I forget what the last game was. What's that word?
What's that word?
We're no longer doing that. We're playing
word?
Would You Rather.
Yes.
And I prepped one, and I told Marc what it was, but he thinks it's stupid, so we're not doing mine.
It was
We're going to do Marc's instead.
Okay. Would you rather? And you know, like, how we feel about Desormeaux usually. Good guy, but, you know, whatever. Would you rather spend a day at a theme park with Desormeaux? Or would you rather play basketball against Desormeaux? Like a one-on-one match.
A one-on-one match?
One-on-one. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's one-on-one. Maybe it's 21.
Okay.
Maybe it's horse.
So there's a couple reasons why I'm going to pick basketball.
Yes.
For one, I feel like it's something that Desormeaux never played.
I mean,
just based on,
I don't know where you would.
Not that I'm a tall guy.
Not that you're a tall.
But it's not that I'm a tall guy.
Oh, okay.
If you let me finish.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So, what I was trying to say is, I'm not a tall guy, but I'm taller than Desormeaux. So it's not often that I get to play basketball.
I would argue you have the arms of a tall guy.
I do. I have the wildest arms. He's right.
It's crazy.
So anyway, I'm going to pick that because I don't like rides, for one. And two, when I play basketball, I'm always against guys that are taller than me, unless I play against you.
It's true. Okay. I would also pick basketball, not so much because I prefer basketball, but because you get to the theme park with Desormeaux, and you know, like, he's known for being a good guy, a good team guy. He'd probably be so excited, but then you get to every ride, and he wouldn't be able to ride a single one. Like, he wouldn't be allowed on any of the roller coasters, because there'd be that thing, like the line that he has to be taller than. And then every single one, he'd be on his tippy toes, thinking he'd be so smart, and then, like, the carny guy would just be like,
no, David, no,
you can't. It would suck to have to go on all the kids' rides with David Desormeaux, because he's not tall enough for the adult rides. And unlike you, I do like roller coasters. So if it were anyone else, I would rather go to the theme park, because I hate basketball, but I still think I honestly think Desormeaux would probably. You're
so annoying to play basketball against. Like, he gets so sweaty, and he posts up every single time.
Yeah, and I still don't like. I'm bad.
Okay. So we have a super, super exciting announcement for you guys. But we're not going to give it to you right now.
We're going to make you either watch the whole episode or listen to the whole episode, or I guess you could just skip ahead to the end to hear the announcement. Yeah. But I mean, you wouldn't do that, because then you'd miss out on all the fun.
Yeah.
All the fun stuff.
You'd be a jerk also. So we're going to start doing, like, we really want to start engaging you guys too. So if you ever have any ideas on, like, what Marc and I can talk about, or if you have any, like, segment ideas, because we want to start chopping up the episode a bit into, like, more segments, as opposed to us just rambling from topic to topic.
Yeah.
Who is first into Terrier's doghouse?
Oh yes, who is first?
Who's going to be the first guy?
Man,
that goes into Terrier's doghouse?
Obviously, like, it used to always be PK. I mean, obviously, like, Radulov's an easy target.
I knew you were going to throw this on me. Radulov's not even going to go into the doghouse.
I hope not. I don't want him to, for the record.
Too many comparisons out there happening between Semin and Radulov.
I hate that. I'm not saying it because of that comparison. I'm just saying.
Maybe you should turn this TV off if you can't keep your eyes off.
I don't know. I mean,
I think the first person that goes into the doghouse is Nate.
Yeah, okay. I can see it.
I think Beaulieu goes in. I think he takes risks, which is a good thing. It's part of his game.
Yeah.
I think he's still learning, despite what some people think, and they think he's a top 2 defenseman, which blows my mind. Like, I love Nathan Beaulieu. I think he's a real good player. I think he can be a top 4 guy. But based on what I saw last year, he's not a top 2 guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's the right guy to play with Weber. I know people keep thinking, like, that's the guy who should be playing with him, but I'm not sure that he is, and I'm okay if he sticks with pattern. All I'm saying is, like, now I'm getting off topic.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that
that's not a segment for today. Who's playing with Weber? Maybe that's the next episode segment.
I think Beaulieu is the first guy to go in, just based on the fact that he still has growing pains, and the way he plays, his growing pains are a lot more noticeable than it is like a guy like Pattern.
I think he lacked, like, one of his big issues last year too is he lacked consistency, and with Markov being a year older, Beaulieu probably should be given more ice time, and if he can't play with a bit more consistency this season, he will certainly. Yeah. As a year older, he's more of is expected of him, more ice time, more important minutes. So
what are you just gonna? Are you just picking? Are you elaborating on my choice?
I think. Well, I'm just saying you have
your own brain.
I mean, I tried to say Radulov for a bit, and then you told me I was stupid. So I
do think that's dumb.
I tried to like
Radulov
offer. I tried to offer an olive branch of politeness, but I think Radulov has a chance. I think Radulov will do well, and I hope he does well. I think Lehkonen is more likely. Because speaking of interrupting me, I mean, you kind of jumped all over Radulov before I got to anything. Lehkonen, obviously being a young player, who based on we'll touch more on lines. We'll touch more on lines later in the episode. But it's looking like Lehkonen might get a chance at second line minutes with Radulov and Plekanec. So he's going to play with them tomorrow night against Boston. So young guy, lots of talent. Hopefully he gets off to a good start. But we've seen in the past Michel Therrien just love to hate young players who.
That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
Sometimes they need to work through their struggles a little bit before getting sent to the fourth line, or sent to the press box. Especially a guy like Lehkonen, who he shouldn't be on the fourth line. Yeah, I don't know. Lehkonen is my potential pick there.
So we have another segment that we want to try called Over and Under.
Yes.
So I don't know if you want to... I think what we do is we'll pick one thing.
Yeah.
And then from that one thing, you got to say whether you got to pick a player, and then you got to so let's say I pick a player under that category.
Yeah.
You got to say whether it's over or under.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
And we'll take turns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go 15 goals.
15 goals.
Over or under 15 goals. Daniel Carr.
Daniel Carr. I think over.
I'm going to go under.
Yeah? How about Andrew Ghetto?
Oh, I'm going to go... Oh, I'm going to go... I'm going to go under.
Yeah, I would go under too.
Okay.
He looks like he's not in the mix for top 9 right now.
Yeah, but I just think, and the same with Carr, I think between him, Lehkonen, Andrew Ghetto, those guys are going to be going from 4th.
Yeah, they're going to be jumping around a lot, for sure.
I think there's one line that's solid, and Therrien will find a way.
Yeah, no, that's true. What do you think, Andrew Shaw?
I'm going to say... Ooh, I don't think he's ever hit 15, but I'm going to say over just based on opportunity.
Okay. 2 things. He's hit 15 twice.
Wow! Whoa!
I know you're worried. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. We're good. But I'll still say he goes under, just because I don't know. My gut tells me he goes under. His career high was 20 in.
He hit 20.
Yeah, he hit 20, probably right before he signed his extension with Chicago.
I think he hit that last year. Well, maybe.
No, he hit it. He hit 20 in 2013, 2014. Not that I was
doing any stats
research. Okay. Plekanec.
Over.
Yeah, easily. Especially he had a rough year last year, but he's had 20 goal seasons already. He's got 5 times.
Okay, Radulov.
Oh, over.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think Radulov's... What do you think his peak... what do you think his ceiling is? Assuming he plays, over 70 games. What do you think his ceiling is, and what do you think his floor is? You had to pick a floor and a ceiling.
His floor is 15, I think.
Okay.
I mean, that's
I can agree to that.
Maybe it's 12.
No, I think it's 15.
But I think it's 15. I think... Especially because we just need it so bad, and I think the team knows how badly we need scoring. And it's like you said earlier, the Semin stuff is crap. It's not a fair assessment. He tore the KHL apart the last 2 seasons. Tore them apart.
Okay. So
he's gonna get tons of ceiling. Is I want to say 35, but realistically 30.
I think 30. Yeah.
I want to say 35. It's not gonna happen.
It's too bad we agree so much.
Yeah, I mean maybe we can find something to disagree on. All right, 15 power play goals. Shea Weber. Plus or minus. Stop trying to look at my sheet of stats.
Over.
Over?
Yeah.
Career high is 14.
He had 20. He had 20 goals.
20 goals. Yeah, I know. I think he has a chance to go over. Can I push it? Can I just say 15 on the dot? Could it be like that guy?
Fine.
Could I be that guy?
Fine. Somebody,
Right.
we better
Okay.
track these out.
Okay. PK Subban.
Over.
Yeah, I think so. Man,
Power play goals?
can we just, like, as an aside here, like, I know last year...
Can we not
just
talk about it?
No, but I just... Okay, yeah, let's not.
No, what? What
But
are
I'm
you
just
gonna say?
saying, like...
I'm over it, so say what you
I'm
need to
over
say.
it, but I still, like, I'm not over PK. I still love PK as a player. I'm over
Yeah,
the
sure, I
train.
love PK,
I'm over the
but I'm
train and
over
will
it.
always love PK.
Yeah.
But his debut in Nashville the other night was the first ever sellout in Nashville Predators preseason history.
I know.
It's cool and assist. I know it's a preseason game, but I just want it on the record. I've said a bunch of times. He's going to host the Country Music Awards sooner than later. Now that he's in Nashville, it's going to happen. You heard it here first. Maybe not first. I think I'm the first person to say it, but maybe I'm not. If I'm not the first person to say it, someone call me out on my shit.
Okay, 15 power play goals, Galchenyuk.
Under.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But I think
under.
he plays consistently. He scores more consistently throughout the year.
Do you think he
even
hits
strength.
30?
Yeah, I think he hits 30. He doesn't go on a hot streak like he did last year, but he just is consistently more productive.
I think he hits 30
Yeah.
this year.
I don't think he does it like he did last year, where he had like 9 or 10 goals in a handful of games.
Okay, where's Pacioretty gonna be goals?
Pacioretty's gonna get 35.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say, what's going on? You're blowing
Oh,
up.
we got a little situation here.
Oh.
Huh. Excuse me.
Uh-oh. He's gone. He's left. He has left the room. Don't even know where he's going. He just answered his phone. Hell yeah.
Oh, well, we had a situation, and that situation is Golden Palace egg rolls.
So, Mark, if I'm not mistaken, you've still never
I've
tried
never had
this.
these before. So we're just going to cut right into snack banter right now.
Yeah. Wait. Before we go into snack banter,
Okay, can I keep opening this?
yes, just let me finish my point.
Okay, but finish your point. I don't
Okay.
even remember what your point was.
My point, I was talking about Galchenyuk.
Okay.
I say Alex Galchenyuk finishes with more goals on the season than Max Pacioretty.
I say that Max Pacioretty finishes the season with more goals than Alex Galchenyuk.
Put it on the board! Oh.
A bag in a bag? Honestly, these smell so damn good.
Dude,
Okay,
wait till you
so
try them. Wait till you try them.
first of all, just like we don't get paid by Golden Palace. This is just like I've heard these are so good, so I need to try them. Second of all, they're big Habs fans and they're supporters of the podcast. So
Yeah, but I'm thinking maybe we could work out a deal. You know what I mean? This podcast happens every 2 weeks.
yep.
Could they not, maybe
I think
every
it should
2
be on-
weeks, just
I
give us each a half does?
I think it should be in the mix.
And we could make an egg roll segment.
Yeah.
You know? We can make
So
it the
what's the
Golden
segment?
Palace egg roll segment.
Yeah. Okay. The Golden Palace, the whatever.
And it
Michelle
could be-
Terrian's Doghouse, presented by Golden Palace Egg Rolls.
Yes! I'm gonna
So we'll
send
be in
that
touch
in.
with you guys at
Yeah, we'll be
Golden
in touch.
Palace. It wouldn't be the first time we've interacted.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let you try it first.
So
before
what's
I even
this?
dive
Is it
in.
like the plum sauce? Or is this plum
No,
sauce?
that's the plum sauce there. That's like the special sauce.
There's special sauce. Oh shit! I don't want to get this on my laptop.
Okay, so while you dive in, I'm gonna spoil our super exciting
Oh yeah,
announcement.
we can't wait till the end of the episode.
So our super exciting announcement is Mark and I are going to Montreal for a Habs game.
November 2nd?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. We care.
November 2nd, we're
Yes.
going. Good buddy of ours is a Vancouver fan, so we're going to see Vancouver. And yeah, it's gonna be
Smells
fun.
So good.
So we'll also be obviously live tweeting some stuff
Yeah.
on behalf of all Habs.
We might
Well,
even
you know.
we might do a little Facebook Live situation. We're
Yeah,
gonna work out the
yeah.
details of that, but
So
seems like
if anyone wants to come, give Mark a hug. Or,
Yeah,
'cause
I love
he's-
hugs.
He's always sad. He's part of the sad generation.
What's that?
Or, they do
I'm
have
gonna be
Golden
sad.
Palace egg rolls in the
Yeah,
Bell Center. So
we'll be snack
eating those.
bantering. Should I have the first one naked?
Cheers, pal.
Cheers.
You always have to have the first one naked.
That's what I thought.
The best egg rolls
Oh my
in
god.
the universe. How good are they?
I don't think I can ever have another egg roll.
Nope. All right.
Okay.
Give me just a real quick hot take.
These are the greatest ever. I might have to cancel the rest of the episode. I just eat egg
I
rolls.
just deleted my notes thing by accident, so we're gonna have to go off yours.
Bush League.
What's next on the list?
Next on the list. Hold on, I got plum sauce everywhere here. This might be. We've had a lot of unprofessional moments on this show, but this might be. This might take the cake.
This is one of them by
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Name a guy in preseason.
Yeah.
You think is NHL ready?
Lehkonen. Until he gets into the doghouse.
Okay.
He looks good. He's not producing yet, but
It's okay.
he's getting he's getting in the mix.
Carrier
Yeah.
actually
I
said
know what you're
today.
gonna say, and I liked it. Go ahead.
No, please just
No.
finish my note.
Sorry,
Just-
I'm
I don't even want to talk.
If I'm being honest, I'm overstimulated right
If
now.
you want to say it, just say
You're
it.
sitting here beside me. I'm eating the
If you
best
wanna
egg
say it,
roll
just
ever.
say it.
I'm just looking at this sauce over here. I need to try. No, you
Okay.
you talk about it while I try the sauce.
Can you put some on mine?
Yeah, I would love to.
Thanks. Carrier said, you can't just judge a player by point production.
Ooh.
Is it like a hot mustard?
It's a hot mustard.
Oh yeah, diesel.
Oh yeah, diesel.
Which insinuates he really likes Lehkonen. I'm gonna go with Mike McCarron,
Interesting.
and I don't think he's gonna make the team, which is unfortunate. No, he was cut today.
No, he wasn't cut.
No,
yet.
he wasn't cut today.
But he's on like their fifth line. So
Right. Assume he's not gonna make the team because he doesn't have to go through waivers and such, and they've got some other guys that have to. We can get to that later. I think he looks NHL ready.
yeah,
He's got the size, his coordination. He worked on his speed in the offseason. You can really tell. I think he's looked really good.
he had a good rookie camp too, which obviously doesn't necessarily
Yeah,
transfer over.
yeah, and he's just he's dedicated himself to improving, and I think he's. What
We're
are
going
you
for
still
more.
on number one?
Oh yeah,
What?
I'm savoring it.
Are you nuts?
Yeah, man.
Anyway,
Yeah, McCarron looks good. He's obviously he's got the size that we like. We don't who do we have with real size on the team that plays physical? Even a lot of our physical players are smaller guys. Gallagher's physical, he's under 6 foot. Shaw's under
I just
6
think
foot.
so. The line right now on the third line
Yeah.
is
Ugh,
it's
yeah.
Shawzy,
Yep.
Desharnais,
Yep.
and who's the other guy? Carr. If you get Big Mike between those two,
I know. That's
that line can crash and bang. That to me is the line you
Yeah.
want. Can I double dip?
I've been double dipping since we started.
All
Bros
right.
double dip. Bros
Yeah.
double dip. Yeah, and I find it funny too that. Well, we're gonna talk about the line. We're jumping around now, but we're gonna talk more about the lines later. But yeah, Lehkonen and you said McCarron.
Okay. So
Um,
let's talk about
the thing with McCarron too, though, is if he's not gonna be in the top 12, I'd rather him be in the AHL playing first line minutes.
yeah.
Having said that, I agree that he's should be in the mix for a roster spot.
Yeah, I'm totally and I mean, I just think he's NHL ready.
Yeah.
I didn't mean he should be on the team.
Yep.
I'm okay with him going down and ripping up the A.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hopefully he rips up the A.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
He definitely his scoring touch could be developed more. But he's that type of player that he loves to go to the net. All that all the points will come, but I cannot focus on much other than this.
Okay, let's talk about Sergachev.
Sergachev.
Lots of people saying that he looks NHL ready. He's still sitting at camp.
Yep.
What do you think?
I think he's almost there. My biggest issue is I don't know if he's quite NHL ready, but he's definitely not going to get that much out of playing in the OHL again this year. If there was a way to somehow have him play in the A, that would be best case scenario.
That's what I think too.
But
he's
I just don't know if he's quite there. And he's only
And this
really
is what
had. I
sucks.
do think he's good, but he's only had 1 year as like a top end player in the CHL, and at the end of the day, another year of like playing like 25 plus minutes a game and all that. I think there's value there, and we do have depth on the blue line right now. Even if we give him the 9-game. It's a 9-game tryout. He's like that probably means we have to put another defenseman on waivers. So I don't know. He's probably going to play our last 2 preseason games, and he seems like he has a legit chance, which I think it's fair that he's down to the last minute, down to the last cuts. I think that's totally reasonable. We should have a look as much as possible because he missed the first couple games due to injury, all that. But there's a few things that he does, like he's made a few real bad turnovers in his own zone. One last night against Toronto really stands out.
Matthews made him look dumb on a on a rush.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Matthews.
He'll make a lot of people look dumb.
But did he ever make him look dumb?
Yeah.
Like,
There was one.
I just think I agree with you, and I think he's not going to, which sucks. But I don't think he's going to make, like, going back to junior isn't going to help him. And then the fear is, does next year, when they want him, like, does he get a spot on the team, or are they like, well, you got to play pro hockey first?
Yeah, it's tough.
Which I shouldn't say it's a problem. I mean, like, no player should expect to come straight from the draft. Like, and the last time they did that with Galchenyuk,
it's really easy.
You can argue that his progression was stunning.
It's really easy with defensemen too, like to have that issue with like having your development stalled because it's hard. Like not like how many 18-year-old defensemen come into the league and play really well.
Yeah,
Ekblad was one. There's not. It's a short list.
Man.
It's a short list.
He's a man.
He's a man. He's a man.
Yeah.
But like it's a short list, and like there's not. It all kind of goes back to that whole like CHL, AHL eligibility, and it sucks that he's can't go to the AHL because I think that would be the best case scenario. But it is what it is, and I think it'd be better to take it slow because you look at teams that develop well, let their players develop on a bit slower. And like as much as he's like I've heard from people who have seen him in junior say there's not much more he can learn there, and I totally get that. But I don't want him to really struggle at the NHL level because I can totally see him getting off to a great start, and then other teams start to kind of realize easily how to beat him because he's a rookie. He'll have holes in his game. It's inevitable. And after a nice little start, he can struggle, and then at that point it's too late to send him down to junior without burning a year of his contract. You know what I mean? I just think it's for the best.
You basically just told us the whole story, so yeah. So
you're welcome.
Whatever the next topic is, let's just go to that, and you can take that one too.
Okay, perfect. Let's talk about the lineup because we kind of keep trying to talk about that.
Okay.
Keep trying to talk about that, and then we keep.
What's
saying
on your shirt? Is it flowers?
I don't know. It's like flowers or a design of some sort.
It's nice.
Thanks.
Okay.
Good talk. So,
are you gonna have a third?
I still haven't. I don't think I have.
You haven't had your second? I just crushed 2.
Man, this is like
in the time that you crushed 1.
Yeah, but remember how I kept talking over you and not letting you talk?
Okay, let's go lineup.
Let's just maybe we'll eat later and people don't want us to eat. Okay, lineup. So the top 2 lines. So there was tweets about the Habs practice lines today.
Right. So Terrier came out. Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah. So top 2 lines. Top 2 lines are I love what the top 2 lines look like. Pacioretty, Galchenyuk, and Gallagher, and then Lehkonen with Plekanec and Radulov. I love that.
Okay.
Like I think if that's how they start the season, you're putting Lehkonen in a position to succeed.
So at first, Terrier came out last week and said Shaw was going to be in that second line role with Lehkonen.
That's what it looked like.
Now it looks like they're practicing with Shaw on the third line, which is
suits his abilities more.
Now that I've seen Lehkonen play, I don't want to pump the guy's tires too much because I think everybody's doing it without watching this guy play at all. Like, you got to know that, like, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's playing on a different ice surface.
Yeah.
That he's not used to, and it's his first time playing out in North America. Other than
maybe, like, World Juniors.
And whatever else he's played over here. But just tournaments.
Yeah. Not at all. Not extensive.
So people are pumping this guy's tires like he's the second coming, and it's unfortunate if he doesn't meet the expectations of You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
everyone's pumping this guy as he's a legit second liner, but we have not seen that yet.
No, we've seen a lot of good things.
We've seen a lot of good things.
So, like,
all I'm saying is,
yes, fair.
let me get back to my point, which is, I'm going offside here.
Yeah, I love it if you get back to your
I
point.
feel like Don Cherry right now. So
Is this
what I'm trying to
Ron
say,
McLean feels like?
what I'm trying to say
It's
is
not good.
Lehkonen. What I saw from Lehkonen in his first couple games is that he's fast.
Yep.
He's not afraid to go into the corners, and that helps him create space.
Yep.
So he can be that guy on that line, while Plekanec and Radulov do the other things.
Yep.
Like, much like you have Gallagher, I'm not saying he's a Gallagher-type player, but much like Gallagher's like your crash and bang guy. He
It
scores.
sounds to me like you're saying he's not a Gallagher type player.
That's not what I'm saying.
I know it's
what
not
I'm
what
trying
you're
to
saying. I know
say.
it's what you're saying.
What I'm trying to say is Lehkonen does more than just like a finesse
Yeah.
sort of player that people have maybe labeled him as. Like, when he was coming over,
Yeah.
I kind of thought he was more like just like a touchy.
I
like,
didn't expect to see some of this stuff. Like he threw,
Yeah, like he looks
his first
to me,
game, he threw 4 hits.
To me, he looks like a legitimate player
Yeah.
in like the 2 preseason
Yes.
games that I've watched.
Yep.
But
And I
Will
was
that
going to
tra-
get a... Sorry, go on.
will that translate?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's hard to say, like, preseason is always... You have to take that with a grain of salt. But at least, like, he's going to get a chance over the next few days to play with Plekanec and Radulov. And I like him playing with Plekanec because Plekanec is obviously such an effective two-way center. So I think that's the right type of...
Agreed.
It's the right type of player. It's the right type of influence you want to have around a rookie.
Agreed.
So I think that's positive. So then on the third line, we have Carr on one wing, Shaw, like Corey mentioned, on the other, and then David Desharnais, who is not a third line center.
At what point does the organization come out and be like, LOL,
Yeah.
like lols,
Yeah.
Desharnais is the best player. Like at what point are they just like, we literally just did, like, we're doing this to troll you
Yeah.
forever.
And like he hasn't even looked like he's looked pretty listless all camp. Like he hasn't.
He's brutal.
He hasn't looked like he hasn't been pretty. Like I'm not saying he's not trying, but
And
he
to be
looks like he's
fair-
not trying.
To be fair, we've said on multiple occasions that Desharnais in the right situation
Yes,
could work out.
he's
Now,
not a third line.
by
center.
the end of last season, based on what he was doing, we were talking about him not even being an NHL player.
Yes, we were talking
Like-
about like a buyout or
Like, at what point?
yes.
Like, are we all stupid? Are we all stupid to think that Desharnais is not an NHL player? Because if I was smart, I'd have a job in hockey.
I guess,
But
so.
I don't.
Yes, I mean,
But the guys that do think he's a genius, like, think he's a great player.
yeah,
They think he's an NHL player.
I know. I think if he's in like a pure offensive, I want to say that if he's in a pure scoring role with fewer defensive responsibilities, he has the tools to be successful. And then you look at last year when he went like 33 games without a point or whatever it was on the power play. Like he went the craziest amount of time getting first power play minutes without putting a point on the board. The guy finished the season with like 7 power play points or something like that, or 5 power play, like a ridiculously low number of points on the power play in a purely offensive situation. So I don't know. I don't know. I want to say like maybe if Lehkonen doesn't make the team, he belongs on the wing on the second line, but then I just don't. He's not showing any sort of desire in games this year. I know he's known for his work ethic. He's like first to the rank, last to leave, great guy in the room, all that. I'm not questioning any of that, but like he just doesn't seem like that good. And that's like another thing too is like you say you send him down to the AHL. I don't think he's a bad guy to have around young players if he is in the AHL as opposed to the NHL. Like it's not like you're sending him down a poisonous player.
Fair enough.
If you cut him from the Habs, passes through waivers, assuming no one picks him up, assuming he's not an NHL player, like we say, assuming that happens, he provides veteran presence on an AHL team that a lot of people would argue that the coaching staff lacks some things there. So maybe a veteran player down there wouldn't be the worst.
So here's another option.
Okay, give me your
You're
option.
in your last year of Desharnais.
Yeah, he's in a contract.
You're in your last year of Desharnais. So, and I know this wouldn't happen, but here's what I would do. You give him an opportunity, okay, in a contract year, where some guys seem to miraculously, like, just turn into an amazing player and then vanish again.
Yep.
So maybe you take him, you give him a couple games. If he looks like the bozo that we all think he is, then why can't you use him as an extra forward?
As a 13th forward?
Why can't you use him as a 13th forward?
Put him in the press.
He's been a guy who's played up and down the lineup. When an injury comes along, you evaluate where that injury is in the lineup, who you want to move up into a role, and then you can use Desharnais as a 13th forward.
Yep.
If you're that scared to lose him,
yeah,
if you send the guy on waivers and you're scared you're going to lose him, use him as your 13th forward. At what point do the Habs say we need to dress the best lineup possible?
Yeah,
not just
and he doesn't have the skill set to play bottom six role, and he's not evidently he doesn't
have the skill set to play in this league,
yes,
but he continues to.
Yeah.
So that's that. Yeah. What's the fourth line?
So fourth line.
Oh wait, we didn't talk about the rest of the third line.
Well, there's Carr. We like Carr.
Okay, so Carr is a guy who's potentially not going to play on the team. So Andrew Ghetto, you got to assume Andrew Ghetto's there.
Yeah, so Carr is one of the only other guys. So Carr, we were talking about McCarron earlier. Carr's the other guy that can pass through, that can go to the minors.
So they have to make 4 cuts, right?
Yeah.
One's got to be on D, so you assume it's Sergachev.
Yep. It's probably Sergachev.
Okay. One's got to be, and then the rest come from, the one's got to be a Tendy.
Yes.
Because they have 3 right now.
It's got to be Condon.
So you think Mike Condon. We can have a conversation about Tendies after. And then the other 2 got to come from forward.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're playing the waivers game, then it's Carr, even though I think he's a valid third line forward, although he was limited last year with injuries, but I like his game.
Yeah.
Shaw is the other guy on the third line who, I mean, I like Shaw. I hated what he did against Washington, but Shaw's like a third line player.
Yeah, that sucked. Is a third line player a 20 goal scorer? To me, a 20 goal scorer.
Yeah, I mean, if he's a 20 goal scorer again this year, then I'm not mad at him.
Cool. So, are you retracting your earlier statement, or are you keeping it?
Well, what did I say?
That he's gonna. Did you say he was gonna score 20?
No, I said
over 15.
I think I said under.
Oh, okay.
Under. So I'd rather not retract because you'll probably put up third line numbers. So Shaw. Okay, fourth line. So fourth line I find weird because Dano is supposed to be the second coming of Lars Eller. He's supposed to be that third line center role. He certainly has the type. I don't know if he is that guy, but he certainly is closer to the type of player to that guy.
Right.
So he's sitting on the wing on the fourth line right now, with Torrey Mitchell at center and Paul Byron, noted wine connoisseur Paul Byron, on the other wing on the fourth line. I like that fourth line. Those guys are fourth liners, good fourth liners.
It's a sick fourth line.
It's a good fourth line.
One, Terrier likes that line.
Yeah, Tyrion obviously loves that line.
2, I like that line.
Yeah. So
3, you like that line.
Yeah, I like that line. I have a problem with that line at all.
I don't really need to say anything more than it's a good mix of quality hockey players.
Yeah,
to say a guy's a fourth line player anymore. I don't know. To me, those are legitimate bottom 6 forwards.
Yeah, any of those guys could put spot minutes on the third line, and you wouldn't be worried. None of those guys are liabilities.
No, to me, those
none
guys
of them are soft. You look at Mitchell and Byron, because I haven't seen Deno play a ton, but Mitchell and Byron, they pop in the occasional big goal too, which is nice to see.
So other than Shaw, I think you can interchange any of those guys with anyone that you would put on the third line.
Yep.
To me.
And then the quote unquote fifth line right now skating in that camp is Andrew Ghetto, McCarron, and Flynn. I see Flynn getting cut.
I'm gonna. Do I think he should? Do I think that's the right play?
Right.
Yeah. Do I think he gets cut? No.
Yeah. They love his.
Why do you think he's gonna get cut?
Well, for the same reason why you think he should, because he's not that good. But then again, I know that's not always the reasoning.
So I think Flynn is a versatile guy.
Yep.
I think he can. I think he's another guy. Sure, he could slide in on the fourth or third line. Not as much as those other guys we've talked about. Terrier loves Brian Flynn, from what I gather. He uses him a ton on defensive zone faceoffs, but he never plays the guy at center, which is just I've never figured that out.
Yeah.
He always plays the wing on Mitchell's line, but then he'll jump over the boards when Desharnais is supposed to take a draw in the defensive zone. He'll jump
It
over
just
the boards,
goes to
take it,
show you
and then go
why.
off.
That's a good example of why Desharnais shouldn't be a third line center if you can't be trusted with an important draw. But anyways.
So, but he'll even take him for Chucky and stuff sometimes,
Yeah.
which is just weird.
It's crazy.
Anyway, I don't know if they let Flynn go just because I think they like him a lot.
Do you think he can clear waivers though? Because if he can clear waivers,
I don't
mean
know.
it's a crapshoot, but
I don't know that he does.
I know he played big minutes in Buffalo when he was with them,
I don't know
but
that
that
he
was a
clears.
pretty bad team. Yeah, it's tough to say.
I don't know that he clears. He did score some clutch goals with
Yeah.
Mitchell too.
Yep.
And
And then McCarron at center, who we talked about already, and then Andrew Ghetto, who
so
I
to
like
me,
Andrew Ghetto.
so to me, the third line looks like I kind of touched on it, and then you let out a big sigh, so I felt bad. But I think Carr is going to be sent down just based on the
Yeah.
fact that he doesn't have to clear waivers. Andrew Ghetto does. They're not exposing Andrew Ghetto to waivers.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's
with
not
that.
happening.
It can't
So
happen.
Andrew Ghetto is going to slot in on the third line with Desharnais and Shaw.
Yeah,
So that line goes Andrew Ghetto, Desharnais, and Shaw, and that is
I-
sucks.
I hate that because at least
just
with,
interchaining Carr and Andrew Ghetto makes a big difference when Desharnais is on that line. to
get
me.
Desharnais at center and you have Carr on the wing instead. Andrew Ghetto's not a soft player, but he's not big. He's small. He's so small, and
I mean,
Carr.
is too.
Carr's not big and Shaw's not big, but they at least they're
They play
legit
big.
grinders,
They
right?
play big.
Yeah. That it changes the look of that line so much, and I kind of hate it.
I hate it too.
I hate it.
And I love Andrew Ghetto as a
Yeah, I
player.
love
So let me do this.
Yeah.
What if it was Andrew
Yeah.
Ghetto, McCarron,
Yeah.
and Shaw?
Yeah, I mean I love that.
Different line.
Love that
Exactly.
line. Because then you still have two guys who can muck it up, and Ghetto goes to the net.
Two guys that guy.
Muck it up. And I love that line
To
But-
me, that's way better.
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
Do we want to jump to D?
I mean, the main thing about D, I think,
Okay,
I've
so-
seen a few different things. Obviously, you can see from my scribbles. I've seen a few different things for D pairings today. Like, it looks like Markov and Emelin might start
Yeah.
the season together,
Yeah.
and Weber and Petrie might start the season together. I know a lot of people are
So-
saying that's okay. What are your thoughts on Weber and Petrie?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
Why
it.
do we have to agree?
But everybody's pissed because
I know.
Petrie's moving the other side.
But like he's played on the left side before. As
yeah,
far as
he
I know,
has.
like, he likes to play on the left
Yes,
side.
and like I said before, Beaulieu is not a top 2 defenseman. People are dreaming. He is not a top 2 defenseman.
Corey,
Nobody's
No,
not.
how do you really feel?
He's not a top 2 defenseman. Like, until he proves that he can be
Yeah.
more consistent, he is not a top 2 defenseman. Jeff Petrie is much more consistent than Nathan Beaulieu. I'm not saying Nathan Beaulieu cannot be a better hockey player
Yep.
than Jeff Petrie. I believe Beaulieu can. And I believe one day, I think he's a top 4 guy. I don't know if he'll ever be top 2.
Yeah.
That's very iffy, but he could. But he's got to be more consistent, which you said earlier.
Yeah.
So I don't mind seeing Petrie and Weber. It's a good experiment because, and the other point to Beaulieu is that Beaulieu and Pattern look awesome.
That's a great pairing. It's like a perfect mix.
That's like my dream pairing.
Yeah.
Last year,
Yeah.
I think we talked about it numerous times where it was like, man, how does Pattern not log minutes?
And I
with-
think Pattern gets a big jump in minutes this year. He's played a lot in the preseason, so I think they're really having a look at him.
I hope so.
He needs to.
man.
Like,
I
he's-
hope
he's
so.
a lot-
He's such.
Yeah,
He's so
Here we
underrated.
go, Green again. We'll probably agree on this one too, but Markov and Emelin as a pairing scares me.
Doesn't scare me. Doesn't scare me.
I'm happy. Like, I'm glad.
So what about it scares you?
Markov's slowing down. If Emelin plays like Emelin is another
No,
inconsistent
don't
guy.
justify why. Just tell me why it's.
I just think I just don't see them playing consistently well in the defensive end, and only one of them can play offensively well, consistently. Like Markov can still move the puck and whatever a little bit. Like he has a good pass, usually to his teammates. But like Emelin, when he's on, he's really good, and that pairing just screams to me inconsistent. On nights when they're on, Emelin plays it super safe, super conservatively. Just gets rid of it like fairly quickly. Nice little pass out of the zone, fine. Markov, like
Emelin can send a nice pass out of the zone, but
he has his moments.
you gotta get used to it because
Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know.
that's
We'll
what
see.
Weber's like. So
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not saying like would I rather have Emelin out of the lineup?
Yeah.
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 I would.
I want to see...
But that pairing, when I look at the other two, I think, who else would I rather have playing with Emelin? Not Petrie.
No.
Petrie struggled with Emelin.
Yeah.
He did.
They
He
look
did.
bad
So
together.
let Petrie play with Weber. Let Markov play with Emelin.
So how do you see it shaking out then? Like, I know you probably look at that lineup right now, and Pattern and Bolia is probably officially the third pairing.
I don't know. I think they're going to be interchanged because I don't know if I don't think you can call Bolia and Pattern the second pairing.
Right.
But what I think you can assume is that Markov's minutes will finally go down.
Yeah.
Like Shea Weber is a legit guy
He plays 30 minutes.
Who can play 30 minutes a game. Jeff Petrie, super conditioned, unfortunate injury. He can play along with Weber.
That's another thing too.
Minutes.
I think Petrie gets crapped on a lot because last year he played hurt.
Until he was just like, I need to just
when we picked him up at the deadline the year before. From then and through the playoffs, he looked great.
Yeah, man.
And I think I'm not worried about that.
Like, let's give him a shot.
Yeah.
Let's give him a shot, and I think Beaulieu, if he takes the step forward that everybody thinks he's already made, and Pattern logs more minutes, I think they can steal some away from Markov and Emelin, and that's not a bad thing.
So it's kind of like you have like a top pairing, and then you have like a 2A and 2B.
Yes, which based on matchup, which if Terry's a good coach, would use Beaulieu and Pattern against quicker...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Quicker
against
teams,
quicker guys.
You know what I mean? Or like teams that have like 2 or 3 lines that can really move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I like that.
Okay.
I like where your head's at there.
Is that all we got? Or we got more?
That might be all we got.
I think that's all we got.
That's all we got.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. We had a fun epi. Follow Marc on Twitter at Lescoutre. You can follow me on Twitter at xcorydx. This is the Habs Banter podcast. You can find us on YouTube. We're brought to you by All Habs. You can find us on allhabs.net.
Boom.
And I got to figure out how to get us on iTunes again because I think Google Drive
is killing us now. Also, be sure to check out allhabs.net, not just for us, but there's tons of content coming out these days. A lot of awesome stuff. We have a few new writers too, which are doing great, and it's exciting. Can I just say, like, it's nice to have a new season of optimism since we started the All Habs Banter podcast. Is pretty much we started when the Habs started their slump last year.
Yep.
So I don't want anyone to blame us for why we did so poorly last year, but. Basically, this year hopefully we don't have to just sulk and complain in front of you guys all year long. We're going to bring a lot more positivity to the mix. Like we said earlier, if you have ideas, segments, what you guys want us to talk about, if you have any questions that you want to ask us, that we can talk about on the podcast.
Oh, we didn't answer Blaine's question.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry. Blaine, one of the staff writers at All Habs, had a big question. Say I tweeted out, if you guys have any questions. It was like right before the episode, so... I might even have some mentions now. I probably don't. No one tweets at me. But like Blaine from All Habs was like, "Can you answer this super serious question?"
So I want to pull up.
Yeah, pull it up. I think I know like the gist of it, but like just to make sure we get it right.
Is ketchup an acceptable topping on a hot dog for adults?
Can I go first?
Yes.
Yes. I'm not a big ketchup guy in general. It's just hot dogs and hamburgers.
What did you call it?
Ketchup.
Ketchup?
Ketchup.
Or ketchup?
Ketchup.
Okay.
Everyone always chirps me for how I say ketchup instead of ketchup. Whatever.
Cool.
It is what it is. Potato.
It is 100% a topping.
But it's not okay on like when people put ketchup or ketchup. No, like when you put ketchup on like Kraft Dinner or like eggs, ketchup on eggs is so stupid. I know so many people do it. Like, everyone does it, but it's so stupid. Or like really good food, like people with steak. People put ketchup on steak, and it's so stupid.
That sucks.
It sucks.
That
sucks, man. Get a life. If you're putting ketchup on, I'm in this fired up since they traded PK Subban. If I'm being honest, like if you put like a meat, you take people with a meat pie. I see people with a meat pie. Man, Blaine, like why'd you have to do this to me? Anyways,
meat pie.
I've seen people put ketchup on meat pies. That's stupid.
Bye. See you.
See you next time, guys.
Call it through.
She said, hola, como esta? She said, konnichiwa. She said, pardon my French. I said, bonjour, madame. Then she said, sabase. And I said, nabule.